Now we'll move on to the topic exceptional supply curve or exceptions to the law of supply. Now what are the exceptions? Exceptions means assumptions, what we assume to so that your law should work out. Okay, so first is vertical supply curve. Now what that means? Now we all know that here in this world, that means around us we have certain commodities which cannot be increased or decreased, the supply of which is limited. Like for example, classical paintings, the one which has been very old, traditional, it is limited. Old manuscripts, or you can say postages, rare they are. Old coins, they are rare, they are fixed in supply. Okay, we cannot increase the supply of such commodity. Now in some other cases the supply may be fixed in short run. Now what do you mean by short run? We always study economics in case of short run, that is short period of time. Okay, now it can be increased in long run but not in short run. Like in case of wheat, the supply is fixed once the crop is grown, and the supply of it can only be increased in the long run. Fine. So during that period of time it is fixed. Now in such cases the supply curve will be vertical or parallel to y-axis. Okay, do remember, if we cannot increase the supply of any commodity, then the supply curve will be vertical, it will be parallel to y-axis. Okay, now backward sloping supply curve. Now in certain cases a part of supply curve may be backward sloping. Backward sloping means it goes behind. Fine. Now this would means that a smaller quantity would be offered at a higher price than a lower price. This type of supply curve occurs in case of labor supply. Workers may be willing to work for few hours if the wages are higher, so to enjoy the more leisure. Fine. See, backward bending, that means at one point of time it is going behind. Now when we go behind, that means what will happen? Price increases but supply decreases. Fine. So what happens when there is increase in the supply of labor? See, it's not possible in case of commodity, but we can check out in case of labor. Why? Because if they will get high wages, so what they will do, they may be willing to work for few hours. Okay, so that they can enjoy more time, more leisure time, that means relaxation. Fine. So that is what it is, backward bending. Now the backward bending, the one which I explained you can check out the diagram. You can see the supply of labor here. When the price increases, it is going backward, that means the supply reduces. Okay, now next topic is movement along the supply curve. Now what do you mean by that? First is when the quantity supplied change as a result of change in price alone. I hope you remember demand. Okay, same it is supply. When there is a movement along the supply curve, that means that time there is a change in price alone, other factors remain the constant, so it is known as change in quantity supplied. Okay, now when the quantity supplied of a commodity rises due to rise in its own price, other factors affecting supply remaining the same is called extension of supply. Do remember, when only the price change, okay, other factors remain constant, then it is a change in quantity. Then second is, you have to remember, that is known as extension of supply. Okay, now when the quantity supplied of a commodity falls due to fall in its own price, other factors remaining the constant, then it is contraction of supply. Now a change in the quantity supplied of a commodity is indicated by a movement along the supply curve. An upward movement along the supply curve shows extension of supply, and downward movement along the supply curve shows contraction in supply curve. Now you can very well see the graph over here. See the graph, the point is moving on the same demand curve. If it is moving up, it is extension. If it is moving down, that is you can call it contraction. Am I clear? Now next is shift of the supply curve and change in supply curve. Okay, so this is what we will see, shift of the supply curve, or you can say change in supply. When the amount supplied of a commodity increases or decreases because of change in other factors. Okay, now here price is constant. What is changing? Other factors are changing. So it is called change in supply. An increase in supply refers to a situation of when the producers are willing to supply a large quantity of the commodity at the same price or same quantity at a lower price. Fine. Now a decrease in supply, on the other hand, refers to a situation when the producers are willing to supply a smaller quantity of the commodity at the same price or same quantity at the high prices. Am I clear? Do remember decrease. When we say decrease, it refers to the situation when small amount of the quantity is being supplied at high price. Okay, sorry, small amount of the commodity is being supplied at the same price, and quantity or same quantity at a high price. Okay, so that is decrease in supply. What is increase in supply? When lower price indicates small quantity supply and large quantity of the commodity are being sold at the same price. Okay. Now change in supply curve is indicated by shift in the entire supply curve, or you can say an increase in supply means the entire supply curve will shift to the right. Okay, again decrease in supply means the entire supply curve will shift to the left. See down, you can see the graph. When it is moving towards right, it is increase in supply. When it moves left, that means it is decrease in supply. Fine. See, same way we can check out the difference between expansion and increase in supply. It is similar. Now expansion of supply, here other things remaining constant. When price of a commodity increases, its supply decreases. So that means it is related to which topic? It is related to our first topic, that is movement along the supply curve. Why? The price of a commodity is changing and that affects the supply. Fine. Other things are constant. So it is our first one, that is movement along the demand curve. Now increase in supply. Now price of a commodity remains constant. Okay. Now there is a change in other factors which results in increase in supply. Okay. Now this here it indicates a movement along the supply curve. Fine. That is what I said, it is related to our first topic, movement along the supply curve. Now here it indicates the shift in supply curve. Fine. Now this is an upward, or you can say movement towards right. Okay, so upward movement along supply curve. Now there is a rightward movement along the supply curve. Fine. Then next is, it is due to rise in price of a commodity. Here it is due to other changes in other factors. Okay, you can say improvement in technology or any n number may be the reason. Now last point of expansion and increase in supply curve is, it is defined as a rise in supply curve at higher price of goods. Okay, now it is defined as a rise in a supply as a same price of a goods. Okay, now here supply is rising but at the same price of the goods. See, the way you have saw expansion and increase, that is what you can see over here, contraction and decrease. So now what is decrease in supply and contraction in supply? First is price of the commodity remaining constant due to change in other factors. Okay, in case of decrease in supply. contraction in supply, other things remaining constant. When the price of the commodity decreases, its supply also decreases. Now, in decrease in supply, it indicates the shift of supply curve. In contraction, it indicates the movement along the supply curve. Now, there is a leftward shift of the supply curve. Here it is downward movement along the supply curve. Now, it is due to obsolete technology, rise in cost, rise in price of related goods. That means all other factors. Now, this is due to variation in prices. You can say fall in price. Okay. Now, it is defined as fall in supply of the same price of the goods. Okay. Now, it is defined as fall in supply at lower price of goods. Am I clear? Now, we'll move on to the next topic, that is price elasticity of supply. Now, what is price elasticity of supply? Price elasticity of supply measures the degree of responsiveness of the quantity supplied of a commodity to a change in its price. Okay, it checks out the degree of supply and the change in its price. It measures the sensitivity of quantity supplied to a change in price. Sensitivity means how much it is changing. What is the degree proportionate? That we can measure with the formula. I hope you remember elasticity of demand. Now, what was the formula over there? Proportionate change in quantity demanded upon proportionate change in price. Now, this is elasticity of supply. So, the only change will be proportionate change in quantity supplied instead of demand. Now, upon proportionate change in price. What is the formula? Once again, I'll repeat. Elasticity of supply equals to proportionate change in quantity supplied upon proportionate change in price.